Hey, what's up everybody? It's been a while since I've been in front of the camera, and I think it was actually 1 year ago, right before the summit, that I actually got in front of the camera. And that's all changing. We're actually kicking off our webinar series. In fact, if I could show you the other side of this lens, we actually just bought our first really professional camera. So hopefully this looks a lot better than normal. We've always traditionally shot with our phones and GoPros and different things like that, and we believe this is going to give us a little higher quality in our videos, which doesn't seem like it might be that important, but it's amazing how much easier it is to watch something when there's some quality behind it. So that's our objective, and we're going to reshoot all of our webinars, bring all of that information current. A lot of them were actually done live, so the quality is really bad. It's my #1 goal, and it's actually the goal of Lyle as well, to get them out as quickly as we can. The other thing too is we're probably not going to keep the webinar platform, because that's a really long extended video, as many of you have commented and told us the videos are long. And as I watch YouTube videos, I'm like, holy cow, man, get to the point. And I'm sure you guys think the same. So we're changing up that format, and we're going to make like 2-minute to 5-minute videos, and maybe even 1-minute videos, depending on the subject, on how to do certain things, and really explain in a quick way why it matters, why you should do it that way. And then it's like a really quick resource for you to be able to gain that information. And then again, I wanted to talk to you about the summit. We are changing up a few things this year. We always tweak it a little bit, but a lot of it's the same. It's very much an introductory event on how to run a shaved ice business and how to use Snowie's equipment. As many of you know, our equipment is totally different than the rest of the competition that's out there. They make a nice quality product, but they do it in a slow way. Where our niche in this market is, we make a really high quality shaved ice, but we do it in 3 to 5 seconds. And that is a game changer. There's so many environments, so many events, so many scenarios where you would not be able to make money if you can't turn around that product. That's always been a really large focus for us. And we create a lot of equipment that revolves around that same thought, like flavor stations. We created the first flavor station and developed that and improved it over the years to where it is an absolute core part of our business. Like me personally, I will never ever run a shaved ice stand without having a flavor station. And we talk about at the summit reasons why you do that. A lot of people's gut reaction is, wow, what about the wasted product? And we have a lot of information on that, and what you think is a waste is not a waste. And I won't go into that now, because I don't want to make this video long. I just got done saying we're going to make these shorter, so I'm going to keep this short. But the biggest thing that you will learn at the summit, we have incredible equipment, the most amazing equipment in the industry. And that's easy for me to say because I'm part of Snowie. I've been part of Snowie since I was 8. I've been in a shop like this since I was 8 years old. It's like 38 years ago. And it's amazing the products that we have created in those years. In fact, if you went back, and I've said this before, if you go back and look at all of the innovation that came to shaved ice, you can trace all of it to Snowie. That's bold, but it's absolutely true. Everything that has increased this business and made the business easier or better or faster or more profitable for you has come from Snowie. And that's a really important message, right? And we share that message at the summit, and we share why, and we share all of that equipment and how you use it to be able to run your business, start your business, and even more importantly, expand your business. Expansion is a big deal. If you are able to start your business, run a stand, and you do it at a successful level, remember, you can replicate that. It's a very easy business to duplicate, to add to it again and again and again. If I have one stand at a supermarket that's making me $50,000 in a summer, well, I can have two, and now I made $100,000 in a summer. And I add a third one, I make $150, 4, 200. And then you start adding different things like doing kiosks and doing events where you don't have consistent money each and every day, but you have much larger amounts of money at shorter periods of time. So as many of you know, I do arenas and different things like that. So that's kind of a mix in between both. It's like an event, but it's consistent. And so I have event money that happens over and over and over. And it's a very good industry to get into. And it's one example, again, of you could not do arenas unless you can serve a customer every 3 seconds. And that's a big deal. I can serve a shaved ice faster than anyone at that stand can hand a customer a pre-foiled hot dog. That's amazing. And it's not an old scooped snow. It's not soggy ice. It is a fresh, wonderful shaved ice made in 3 seconds, handed to the customer, and they go and flavor it exactly the way that they want it. It's an amazing concept, and it's absolutely real. And that's the message that I really want to get across right now. Snowie has a unique message, a cool message, a wonderful message, a powerful message. And that is that this can change your life. There are countless numbers of you who would like to change their life financially, or change their life with freedom, with availability. And these things can provide all of that. We have people from all walks of life that start a business with Snowie. I mean, we have people that come from jobs where they are miserable. We have one specifically that's actually in a video that we have out on the web where she went in and cleaned the inside of tankers, and how toxic and how exhausting that work was. And then she turned around and did Snowie and made more money with a much easier job and a much more pleasant job where she could actually serve a product to a customer, and that customer is there smiling back, and they're having a fun interaction with one another. No longer was work miserable. It became a passion and it became enjoyable. That's a reality. We have teachers that have the summer off, and it's a really powerful, easy way to supplement your income. It doesn't even have to replace their career at that point, because they have a summer to be able to run it, and then they go back to their regular business when summer is over. We have people, countless people, that start this business to be able to put their kids into it and to be able to teach them work ethic, get them up and running, and then eventually transition them to where they're running their own stand and they're managing the taxes and the payroll and all of that. It's a powerful way to be able to teach entrepreneurship to your children, and business management, financial management, all of those things that are extremely powerful. And it's not just for kids, that's just one example. We have people that have completely changed their lives. We have people that come from corporate environments where it's just simply exhausting to go to that job each and every day, to sit at that desk and to face that same monotony. They're able to escape that. They're able to be more free. They're able to go out and see the world during the day and not feel like they have their life decaying before them. I'm not here to badmouth every other career, but it's what people voice to us. Man, I couldn't take that anymore. And this is a wonderful avenue to be able to make this transition. We have amazing products, we have an amazing message, and most importantly, we have an amazing, real opportunity. Now you can contrast that to a franchise. 90% of the people listening to this or watching this have no idea what the difference between an opportunity and a franchise is. Well, a franchise, to give you a quick summary, is a business that somebody has put together in a package and provided that for multiple people. But they control it. They keep it in a box. They control where you do that business. They control how you do that business. They control what you're able to sell from that business. They control what equipment you have to buy and how much money you have to be able to spend to get in it. They also control your books because they want their percentage of the money that you make each and every year. That's a franchise. And it even goes deeper and heavier than that. Snowie does the same thing. It provides an opportunity. It's similar to a franchise, but it's different. It also packages a business, and it provides that opportunity for as many people that want to get into that business. But that whole concept is open. Though the only obligation that you have to Snowie is that you keep your stand in good repair and that you buy our flavors and serve our flavors on the product that you make. Now, that's important because there has to be a consistent product that is provided for each and every customer. We want everyone who approaches a Snowie stand to have the same delicious product from every one of them. That's important. It's crucial. It's critical. And in order to be able to hold people to that, we put an incredible amount of time into our R&D and our flavors. If you taste our flavors and compare them to anyone else, you will love our flavors. Now, people's gut reaction also is, well, your flavors are more expensive. They are. They're not that much more expensive. And if you break it down, you are paying 1 penny more for each and every shaved ice. 1 penny. And that penny is a critical element of whether that person is going to return to your stand and buy from you again or never come back to your stand again. Flavor is almost the deciding factor always. People get really into the texture of the snow, and they talk about that a lot. And it's amazing how many people will get really obsessed about the texture of that snow, and then they will put a crap flavor on top of it. I don't know why that is, because they don't do the math. They will look and they'll buy the cheapest flavor out there instead of buying a quality flavor and topping that wonderful shaved ice with an amazing flavor. That's a critical message. So what about the royalties? What about the franchise fees? What about controlling what you sell from your business and how you do it and where you do it? Snowie doesn't control any of that. You can take your stand anywhere. If you live in Nebraska and you're able to get an event in California, go for it. You have all the freedom in the world to be able to do that. You can chase this business and run it to your heart's content. Now, you might think, well, I would rather have that protected territory. You don't. The first thing that happens to you is you get your territory, you're excited, these people are promised to you, and you have to face competition within that. And then, when you finally get an event that's just outside your county, you can't do it. And that happens, it's endless. And if you're the one that made the effort to be able to get into that event and to work really hard on that, and then to have to give it up because it's not your territory, it's exhausting. You don't want to go down that road, I promise. It's far better to be able to have an open business, and even though you may be somewhat close to another Snowie owner, oftentimes, most of the time, they end up working together and being like, hey, I can't manage this event. Can you do this one? And they work with each other to be able to pull that off. It is a wonderful business concept, and you have all the freedom in the world to be able to run that business how you want. Now, also, if you want to sell Snickers and candy bars out of your stand as well, go for it. There's no reason that Snowie has to tell you, if you have what you feel like is a complimentary product, to not do that. Absolutely. As long as it's not disgusting, we're fine. And we have those discussions with you, like, hey, I want to be able to do this, and there may be some products out there where we're like, no, don't do that. But none of you are going to go out and pick a product that's disgusting and be like, but I can do it because I'm free. Nobody's going to do that. You're going to find a delicious product, you feel like it's complimentary to it, or it's a an offset to your season. If you want to turn around and sell soup in a bread bowl during the winter months, go for it. We have a gentleman that we work with heavily that sells French hot dogs and Belgian waffles and does them all at ski resorts. And it's a way to offset doing shaved ice. And probably the most important message is we do not have our hands in your pockets. We don't know what you make. We can kind of judge what you make because we require that you buy our flavors from us, but we never reach out for that money. And we have been called crazy over and over for not doing that. But we have never loved the model of constantly collecting from people. Now trust me, we would love to be able to collect that money, but there's something that jabs at us a little. We would rather provide amazing equipment to you, teach you, show you how we have done business doing shaved ice for years, and then set you free and let you run the business how you desire. And an additional point to that, because we have not collected those royalties, because we don't collect franchise fees and all that money, and we don't keep an eye on your books, we have not collected millions. And we'll share what that specific number is at the summit. But what you got to realize is that money is left in your pockets. We have kept millions of dollars back in the communities, and not only in the community itself, but in the entrepreneurs, the business owner, the Snowie owners in all of those communities. So now you can use that money to do your own local marketing, to enhance your business, to save up, to be able to expand your business. It's incredibly powerful. And again, I've said it 100 times even in front of this camera. I forget how many times I've said it because I've done multiple takes here, right? But it is life-changing. There are countless individuals that go to work each and every day and they don't make enough to support their family, or they don't make enough to be able to retire on, or they don't make enough to be able to help their kids with college. They don't make enough to properly clothe their kids or feed their kids or whatever that is. And they don't think that they can own their own business. They don't think that there's another avenue. And there is. This is one of them. And this is a very, very powerful, good one. And that is really our passion, our message. Like I say, I've been in this shop since I was 8 years old, but I've also been in that room where we come up with ideas and we come up with business concepts and we get messages from people that say, "You changed my life. I didn't know what I was going to do. One, I couldn't take my work anymore. I couldn't take the people, the negativity of people around me anymore. And you guys solved that. You provided a way out." And then you have people that are like, "Man, I didn't know what I was going to do financially. And I knew that going to this job and then to this job and this job," some of them 3 jobs, and they still can't make ends meet. And then they're able to get a product that they can go out and be happy about and be excited to serve people, and all of a sudden they're making more than those 3 jobs provided. That's what we want to do. That's what we do each and every day. And we have an avenue for you, and we have equipment for you that makes that avenue incredibly easy and incredibly efficient and profitable. So that's the summit. Come. I know it's like really short notice at this point. Like I say, it's just under 2 weeks right now. It's going to be, I can't remember the date. It's actually February 5th and 6th, which is new this year as well. We are doing it on a Wednesday, Thursday, because traditionally we've done a Thursday, Friday, and then nobody's around at Snowie on Saturday. So if somebody wanted to come back and talk about equipment more, or the business, or financing, or whatever that is, they didn't have that extra day to do it. So we have moved it up to Wednesday, Thursday, and then you have all day Friday if you wanted to remain here and continue to discuss your business with us individually. Again, I know it's short notice, but if you are interested in running a shaved ice business, this is the event to attend. And I encourage each of you to do everything you can to make it happen. And I'm even going to throw out a discount. I can't remember what the charge is. Hold on, I got to check. Yeah, so the ticket prices are $150. We actually did a promo right before Christmas and gave a discount for a period of time at $100. So I will, man, how am I going to do this? So let's make it Monday the 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. You will be able to get $50 off your ticket. So $150 ticket price is now reduced to $100, making that a little bit easier for you to make last minute arrangements. We would love to see you there. If you're unable to make the summit, come visit us. Our doors are always open, and we'll walk you through the shop and show you our equipment, why we make that equipment, how that equipment functions, and how it can be a game changer for you. And I think that's it. So you may be wondering why I'm sitting in front of a dark shop. One, I thought it would be kind of a cool shot. And two, it's much easier to talk to a camera when there aren't 50 people walking around and running drills. And yeah, I'm sure you've seen in the webinars, it can get loud in the background, and it's also a little distracting when everybody's standing behind the camera and you're trying to share a message. So I wanted to take a moment and have a quiet shop and to be able to share our message with you, to tell you about the summit, and I hope that it was beneficial for you. And I hope that we are able to see each and every one of you at the summit, and I hope you have a good night, morning, good morning. See you.